Hello everybody, video 2. Here we go. I can't even believe I'm doing it. Well, anyways, I had said in the last video that this video would be about going from being big to being smaller. And that is a mind journey as much as it is a physical journey. It is definitely a mental journey. Because if you're anything like me, I have been bigger more than I've been smaller. I mean, I was thin in high school and all throughout school and all that. But once I get out of high school, that's when everything started. And so I've been bigger more than I've been smaller. And so there's so many things that your mind goes through as you're gaining weight. A lot of denial. This is just for me. So I'm not trying to speak for everybody. I'm just saying for me, my mind went through a lot of denial. It went through a lot of wall building. It went through so many different things. And you just kind of train yourself to think differently. And what I mean by that is you have to look at things a lot differently than you did when you were little, when you were smaller. When you're smaller, you don't have to worry about where you shop for clothes. You can just walk into any store and they're pretty much going to have your size. As you get bigger, the challenge gets to be more. You have to go into the way back. You start off in the front and then you kind of work your way back. And then sometimes you work your way out of a store completely. And then you have to start going to the bigger stores. And of course, that all costs more money. So there's a lot of things that you go through. And for anybody going through it, you don't need my explanation. You're living it, you already know. But when you start to lose weight, your mind has to be trained too. And especially when you've gone through this for 20 plus years like I have, with training yourself on doing different things and thinking differently, your mind just is used to doing that. So to have to retrain your mind to think differently is huge. It's almost as much of the journey as the physical. The dieting and the surgery and all that takes care of the physical side, but the mental side is something you have to do yourself. And every day it's a struggle. It's a struggle every day. Sometimes I'm feeling really great, and then sometimes it goes backwards a little bit because I'm just used to thinking the way I've always thought. And retraining your brain is a huge part of this journey. And I'm here today to talk about the downside to that, and the upside. It's not all negative. It's positive. There are so many positives too, but there's also negatives. And this is a lot of things that people don't talk about. This is the real side of things. What size do I wear? What looks good? And what you think looks good. And that's a struggle too. That is a huge struggle. I look down and I see different things than what other people see. And looking in the mirror sometimes doesn't change that a lot of times. And that's just retraining your brain. And that is the hardest part. And I'm going to tell you, you're not just going to wake up from surgery and everything's going to feel different. You're going to be amazed at what the scale says, but everything else, the emotional, the mental, that is something you have to work on. And it's not just gonna happen. You have to make it happen. I have a small little part, like the top part has all gone away, but there's a bottom part that's still there. And I see that every day. And that is the part that I look at and judge and get mad at myself for. But I have to realize losing weight is a journey. It's not a destination. It's a journey. And it's for the rest of my life. So I can't put too much pressure on myself for what hasn't happened. I have to be happy for what has happened. And that's what I'm saying to all of you. Just take it one day at a time. Yes, set goals, set weight goals, but don't be too harsh on yourself. You didn't go to bed one night and be thin and then wake up the next morning and be at your highest weight. That took time too. And taking it off is going to take just as much time. Yes, if you get the bariatric surgery like I did, it helps you take off a good chunk faster than if you were to do it alone. However, there's still a lot you have to do on your own. And it's still going to take time. I'm still doing it. You know, it's been over a year and I'm still doing it. It's every day. It's a climb. It's a climb. It's like Miley Cyrus says, it's about the climb. You know, you have to be happy for what you accomplish. Otherwise, you're always going to be down on yourself. And I still struggle with that. I still have days that I'm like, why am I not to what I want to be? But then I look back at my memories on Facebook and I say, look where I was. Look where I was. And that's what you have to be happy for. And retraining your brain also to say, what size am I wearing? You know, and you're going to be changing, but knowing where to look. You know, my first thing when I bought clothes was to go over to the big section. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have to go there. I can go more towards the middle now, you know, and it's just getting used to who you are and telling yourself that every day. I'm a different person. I'm a different person. And trying to work your way to that different person. And I'm not saying, you know, I'm not saying change your personality and all that. Just your physical to match your mental and your mental to match your physical. That is a huge journey. And just be thankful for what you have accomplished. I can't say that enough because you'll get discouraged. You'll say, I'm not where I want to be. And don't hold yourself to that all the time. You know, say, yes, okay, I'm going to get to that goal. I'm going to get there. But don't say, I'm not there. I need to be there by this point. Because you're just putting undue pressure on yourself and you're not accepting the journey for what it is, a journey. You know, the destination's always going to be in the future. Just stop trying to run there. Stop trying to run there. You have the rest of your life to get there. Just be thankful for where you've come. And that's all I can say. Take that advice for what it is and just enjoy your journey. Enjoy the change that your body is going through. And love your body for what it is, your temple. And if you're taking care of your temple, then all is right. You know? Don't be too negative on yourself. I mean, you're going to have your negative days and you're going to have your positive days, but try not to harp on the negative. And enjoy this journey that is life. That is all. Till next time, be good to each other and yourself.